Hey folks, welcome to Keith's Garage. We are in central Alberta today, Canada. I'm with my buddy here, Todd. Todd is the owner of this 1924 Dodge Brothers. So we're going to show you something a little different today. Early Mopar. How long have you had the car, Todd?
About a year and a half, something like that. Yeah.
And it's drivable?
It's drivable. Needs a little love. I haven't got to it yet. It's on the list, but she's a driver. She fires and runs, and that takes you back in time 100 years when you drive it. I'll tell you that much. So I guess she's just about a 100-year car, isn't it? Next year.
Next year should be 100 years old. No front brakes at all. Wood spokes, of course. Rear mechanical brakes. 4-cylinder. 3-speed. No synchro meshes. You got a double clutch when you're shifting. Very stripped down car, very basic, but it's fun to drive. Why don't you fire it up for us, Todd?
Sure. Just cooperate here. Come on, girl. Give her some fuel.
Vapor lock?
Maybe. Maybe she's hot.
Let's see if she's turning over again.
Yeah, she usually fires right away.
Try again.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna push her.
Yeah. Do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, she may not start if she's vapor locked.
Yeah, I bet she vapor locked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
well,
she's
let's let her
hot.
cool. She might be all right. in
Yeah,
10
we'll give her a
minutes.
minute. Well, that makes for fun video.
Oh, let's just shut her off on a hot. All right, so we took it for about a 7-minute drive or so, and we thought we'd shut her down and take a photo and do a little walk around and introduce you to the car, and it won't start back up again. Warm day, it's probably about 30 Celsius, which is probably about, I don't know, probably about 90 Fahrenheit or so. And we're getting fuel, it's not vapor lock. We now have no spark at all. We looked at the wiring, it all looks like it's continuous and seems all right, but the coil maybe heated up and got hot, maybe it's on its way out. And we got it hot enough today to the point where now that's it. It's not starting and no spark. So cool car, but unfortunately we're probably not gonna be able to start it for you unless we come back in the morning. I bet you we'll probably, we're about 2-minute walk from home. Then we'll get his truck and we're gonna tow it back, but I bet you in the morning you come out, this will probably start. And to me, that's the coil on its way out. We're recording. All right, so in 1924, we still had mechanical spark advance and mechanical throttle advance here. If we wanted to, it's all like cruise control. You could manually raise the throttle and just cruise down the highway without having to rest your foot on the gas pedal. Mechanical advance, basically you retard it when you're going to start the car, and then you move it up to the point where it's firing for engine speed, where it's comfortable. You can feel the power come on. That's your mechanical spark advance. Now, I've driven a 1928, and they did have automatic vacuum advance on by 1928, so I'm not sure exactly what year they switched over. Looking down here on the floor, this is a kind of a neat little feature. I did not know they had this then either. There's a key switch for the shifter. You can actually lock out the shifter so somebody cannot steal your car, I guess, or keep the kids from. It's kind of awkward one to get at, but don't know if it's a different key, but kind of neat. The handbrake was still on the side then. The handbrake actually stayed on the side of the transmission until 1938. Was the first year you went to a pistol grip in the Plymouth. In my Plymouth, 38 was the first year of that. What else can I tell you? No front brakes, just mechanical brakes only on the rear. And in the back seat, there's a really cool little heater I'm going to show you. I've never seen one before. It says it's made in Chicago. I don't know if it was dealer installed or later, but let's go to the back seat and I'll show you that. All right, so I'd never seen this before, but I went down and had a look under the bottom of the car, and it's not hooked up currently, but I think hot coolant from the engine cycled through this is the heat exchanger. And it looks to me that this is stuck, but something, you open a door and then it caught the air and it blew the air up over this road as you drove. The road speed air will travel up across this heater core here and heat up your feet. Kind of neat. It says Bovie heater, made in USA. Bovie Automobile Heater Company, Chicago, Illinois. Pretty cool. Original floorboards by the look of it. I'm looking underneath the car. I don't own this car. I'm not sure how it worked. That doesn't look like it's moving to me, but something's missing. I saw it look like a door. All right, this is the bottom side of the heater here. You can see this little door. It looks like it opens to me. It's stuck right now. Over here is where the heater lines hook up. The coolant flows in and out around that heater. It's pretty cool. This rod here goes down to the rear axle. This is literally your mechanical brake rod. It travels down and twists these cams on the, opens the brake shoes. Pretty neat. Once you set them, you don't leak and you don't really have to adjust them again for a long time. So there's one of the benefits of mechanical brakes. So in 1924 anyways, with the park brake lever on the floor, and most of us recognize the brake, and it's a drum on the output of the transmission. You pull the lever and you're putting a brake band around a drum on the transmission. That's not the case. 1924 was mechanical lever, and you pulled it and it opened and closed this band here on the outside of the drum. You want to cycle it there, Chris? You can see it move, guys. I can see it moving just barely, yeah. Needs adjustment for sure. So you had a drum here that had the park brake on the outside and the regular service brake on the inside, both mechanically activated. If you wondered how much fuel you had back in 1924, you had to get out and look at the tank. And there's a gauge here that shows you how many gallons are in here. We're sitting at 5 gallons currently, so we're good if we can get this thing started. Spare tires. People went through a lot of tires in the 20s and earlier. There was still a lot of horses on the roads and up until that area. A lot of horseshoe nails on the ground. Rough roads, lots of flats all through the teens and into the 20s. Wood spoke rims, good idea to keep those moist. They shrink and they'll start to move. So my understanding is I've seen pictures of the cars driving in pools of water, and that was the idea, was to soak the wood oak spokes there. Don't know if there's many people left in the world today that can make wood spoke wheels. I'm sure there's a few around, not many. One of the cool things I like about this is the original headlight assemblies here. A lot of people replaced those with steel beams later into the 30s, 40s, into the 40s. So you had a lot of kits. I don't know if this one sat parked in a barn all through the 40s and 50s. I have no idea, but somebody left it stock, which is really cool. Dodge Brothers logo. Interesting story. I was at a car show today, and as luck would have it, a guy was riding a bicycle, a vintage bicycle. It was a 1930 CCM bicycle that had been restored. I kind of wish I took a video of that today, but it's interesting. That's kind of where the Dodge brothers had worked. They worked at CCM Bicycles in the turn of the century in 1900, and they were machining bicycle parts. Here we are, towing home. You swear it was electric, hey Chris?
Yeah, runs smooth. You can't even hear it.
I swear, folks, we got here under our own power. I swear we did. Nice wind flow, though. I really like this broken windshield open option here. Works really well. Give yourself lots of extra time on those brakes.
Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, they're not exactly responsive.
All right, we made it back to Todd's garage here. This car, I'm convinced it's the coil. Well, I bet you tomorrow morning it'll start. But we're home, we're back. The garage is well equipped. Todd's got lots of tools, lots of experience. This is just one of his many projects. If I had more time, if I lived nearby, we could go over and do several videos here of the cars that Todd has. So maybe in the future I will come back and we'll do that. Thanks for letting us go out and go for a partial drive and then a tow in a 1924 Dodge, Todd.
My pleasure.
Thanks, you guys. If you enjoy this, please check back on Keith's Garage, and we'll just keep bringing you some old Mopar content. Have a good one. All right, this is the sub for the subscribers, you get extra content if you stick around. We sat in Todd's garage and we drank beer and we talked for so long. We thought, well, maybe it'll start now if its coil's cooled down. Let's see what happens. There it is. Runs like a top. 1924 Dodge. Pretty much all stock. Powertrain, everything, and engine, and just sounds awesome. Runs good. So there you go. We're going to wrap this video up.